5 kilo. Now, and then that's going into the oil press. That's this machine. You know why it stops now? Yeah, there's not so much wind today. Okay, now what you see here, this bag is pressed out already. Now what I do, I place the new bag into a filter, and the inside of the filter is made of rope and the outside is leather. Now one bag here on the left side, so standing up, and the other one here on the right side. Now and this one, that's a kind of hammer, 150 kilo beech wood. The hammer is lifted up by a turning camshaft at the first floor. Then he falls down by his own weight, and what he do, he drives in this wax on the other side of the oil press. Now and this is what's left over after pressing, and that's a hard compressed cake, and that's for feeding the cows and horses in the winter time. So what I make here, when there is enough wind, that's oil and cattle food. Now what I do here in 1 year, because I do this really for my work, that's about 6,000 liters of oil. Now they do it in a modern oil factory in 10 minutes or less. Now I can do this for my job, and that's possible because you get me a lot of groups, and on the other side I can also part of my salary from oil.
Do you like cheese? Yes? Wow, that's a good answer. Because we will have a lot of cheese for you in a few minutes. First, I will tell you something about how we make the wonderful cheese that we have here. It's the Gouda cheese that we have in our factory. Do you know Gouda cheese? Gouda? Yes? Well, that's the cheese that we have here. Gouda cheese is one of our most famous cheeses that we have here in Holland, and it's named after the beautiful city of Gouda. All of our cheeses here in Holland are named after cities. It doesn't mean the cheese comes from this place, it's just named after this city. I will tell you in a short way how we make our cheese, the different flavors that we have, and then it's time for the best part, to try the cheese as well. Okay? Sounds good? Yes? Okay. Well, to make our cheese, there is one thing that we need, and that's fresh milk, of course. In Holland, it's mainly cow's milk that we use for our cheeses, and the milk goes into a big container like this. We use around 400 liters of milk in this container. Only 10% of the milk will actually be used for cheese making. The other 90% of the milk that we will not use remains liquid. And all the liquid that you see in the back to the animals to to drink. And the tiny white bits, I'm not sure you can see, but there are tiny white bits in it. These are the curds, that's the solid part of the milk, and these tiny white bits will be our cheese. We take them out so we can put them into the shape of the Gouda cheese. We have little molds for this, which have the shape of the Gouda, always a round cheese. This is for 1 kilo of Gouda. We fill it up, and after that we need to press it. And we do that with the help of a pressing machine. It's right here behind me. This machine is a hydraulic system. We place all the cheeses underneath, we press the button, the machine will press it all together, and after 30 minutes we have a beautiful solid cheese. In the olden days, the farmer had to do this by hand, and it would take a lot of time, so we are very happy that we have a modern pressing machine nowadays. But after the pressing, the cheese is still very, very fresh. It's a very young cheese, and that means that there is still no flavor. It's very mild. So what we do, we wait. We need to wait before we can eat the cheeses, and we leave them over there in the last room on wooden shelves. For at least 4 weeks they will stay there to age and dry. And it is the aging process that gives the nice flavor to the cheese. With 4 weeks we have the youngest cheese that we eat here, very mild in flavor, very nice, very creamy. And the older the cheese gets, the more flavor it will get and develop. The strongest and oldest cheese that we have in the factory is 3 years old. Do we have any old cheese lovers in this group? Yes, me too, I love it. Just a few people, you are lucky that all those samples are yours. The old cheese looks like this. The color as it ages of the cheese becomes darker. You will see it upstairs. We have the young cheese and the old cheese next to each other. If you pay attention to the color, you will see that the older ones are much darker in color. Not only the flavor becomes stronger of the cheese, also the structure of the cheese, yes, becomes pretty strong. And do you know how we check the age of our cheese here in Holland? Nobody knows? Many bold men here in Holland. We use our husbands. Yes. Beautiful cheese. Feel free to try some if you like later on. Besides the young cheese, the old cheese, we have created many more flavors of different Gouda cheeses. That could be with garlic, with pepper, with chili, with pesto, with truffle. There's ginger cheese, also very nice to try. And there is one specific cheese I want to share with you. Because this cheese is very nice. We eat it a lot here in Holland. It's a smoked cheese. But because of the way it looks, it would cause a lot of confusion with our guests. And they would always come to us with the same question to ask if this is something else. Any idea? Exactly, sausage, I hear it. There is no sausage in our factory, okay? So now we tell everybody in advance, this is cheese. There is no sausage in our factory, there's no meat in our cheeses. It's all just lovely cheese, and it's a smoked Gouda cheese. Very smoky, creamy flavor. Very nice to try as well. Well, I think it's time for the best part, and that you are ready to try some cheese, right? Yeah. Are you hungry? Yeah. Very good, because we have a lot of cheese for you. All samples are yours, so feel free to try them all. You can finish them all, and if you like it and you want to take it home, that's perfectly fine. They last 3 weeks outside the fridge for you to travel back home. If you are flying back home, they can be taken through customs as well, in your hand luggage or suitcase. That's both possible, okay? I want to thank all of you very, very much. You are a wonderful group. Enjoy your tour today. Enjoy your holiday here in Holland. Upstairs. And if you wait for me one moment, I will open the door and we are going up on this side, okay? Thank you all so much and enjoy, everyone. Thank you.
Hello everybody! Welcome, my name is Sebastian and today I'll show you everything about a wooden shoe. It all starts with a piece of wood. It's from a poplar tree. We use it because it absorbs water really well, so it's full of water. When the wood is wet, it's really easy to cut with my knife or with the machine behind me. When the wood is dry, it could break, and I don't like that, so that's why I use wet wood. Steam engine that we're using is from 1930 from Germany. We're the only factory in the whole world to still make shoes on a steam engine. So what you see here is really unique and we're really proud of it. These are from France from 1906, one of the first machines ever used to make wooden shoes. So back in the days, leather was really expensive. We couldn't afford it. That's the reason we had to wear wooden shoes. They were cheaper and lasted way longer than the normal shoes. Took them 3 full hours to make one pair of shoes by hands. And it's all done by the tools behind you in the closet over there. I can just do it in 5 or 10 minutes with these machines. Way better if you ask me. But if you really like to see it the old way, no problem at all. The only thing is that we'll probably be here for the next 5 hours because it's gonna be my first time ever making them with my bare hands. Great opportunity, right, to see the first time ever. Yay! First machine we're gonna use for the outside. Here you can see the example. We call this a mold. In a moment I put a block of wood next to it, put the band at the machine, the wheel full of knives start to spin really quickly. The mold and the block will spin too, only in different directions. It's because this is a right shoe, but I'll make a left one. That's why they don't go the same way. The mold goes backwards slowly. This part of the machine touches the mold and does do exactly the same as this block of wood with a wheel full of knives. I hope everybody understands. Yep. Great, because I won't explain it to you again. Alright, we put it in between the machine. So before we start, there's something I need to tell you. This machine over here only works if the people in the audience are very excited. So I have a machine up here. If it goes above a certain amount, this machine works. If it stays under, the machine won't work. So we need to do this together. So I'll be asking you, are you ready to make some wooden shoes? Yeah! Let me just take a little break from all the hard work I just did. But we're finally here and look how beautiful shoe I just made myself. Thank you! It's very unique by the colors and that makes every shoe unique in its own way. And I'll take out the inside with this machine. It works like this. The example already has a hole inside. I'm gonna go follow it from inside out. And what happens left happens right exactly the same way. So when I put the band at the machine, the knives start to spin really quickly and I take out the inside perfectly. Alright, let's put it in between the machine. And there we go again. Luckily this machine doesn't need any excitement, but do whatever you like. Alright, there we go again. So that was the inside, and now I got a little surprise for you guys. A little souvenir Christmas. You can all put your hands up in the air, and now we'll see how much you will catch. 1, 2, hey! If you're really interested, you could help me clean it up after, so no problem. Without the inside, wow! Sebastian. I now take off the edges with the big sharp knife. We start with the front. First the front. Wow! Oh, thank you. And the back. Back. No. Ooh la la! It's almost done. Only has to dry out. Takes 2 weeks. Hang them at the ceiling, and after the 2 weeks, we polish them and paint them, like these ones, for example. If you want to try them yourself, I should say you really do. Remember to put a good finger space behind the heel, because without they're gonna be too tight, and when you walk, your arch hits the front, and you don't want that. So when you try them in the shop, put a good finger space behind your heel. So the shoes aren't only good for your safety, they're also really good for your feet and for your back. They're for really good arch support. And because of that reason, you'll be standing straight with your whole posture. Back in the days I grew a lot, so my back was gonna grow like this. I walked like this for a long time. I saw it on pictures and I was like, this needs to change. So I walked on my shoes for a long time. And ladies and gentlemen, look how sexy I am today. Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed, and I wish you all the best. Thank you. Thank you guys. You can go to the museum and to the shop, or you can try these shoes, make a picture, do whatever you like. Thank you.